You got your gum, got your diet sody.
I've got all my refreshments.
All
All
right.
my refreshments.
So, welcome to the channel, Boosh. It's been well overdue since you should have been here. I feel like we've talked about each other for months on end, and we haven't had a collab yet. But now we're here. Look at us.
You know what? Yeah, listen, Colin, I've been looking forward to this moment. Now, not to sound creepy now, but I have been writing on DeviantArt, I've especially been drawing some fan fictions about you and yourself, actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you want to
you
read me
know,
a chapter? Read me a chapter real quick.
hold on, yeah, hold on, here. Let me just get out this. Hold on, 2 seconds here. Okay, right. So this chapter here, right, says first chapter. Boy, oh boy, I could really just squish some mallowy man cheeks right now. Hubba hubba, hubba hubba. I say out
Oh
loud as
my.
I see Colin make an upload. Okay, anything else after that? We might have to put this in 18 plus or age
Yeah, this is.
restricted.
I
Okay.
don't think this is gonna work for the channel.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'll have to. I'll send me some chapters later. I'll catch up on some of that.
Oh yeah, no. Don't worry. Here, send me your email.
All right, perfect. So we're gonna completely off topic, but we're gonna talk about. I had this topic for a long time, and I just never really got around to it. Just like most of my topics, I write them all down and forget about them. A couple weeks later. I have advice for those who are debating to go to college. So, Boosh, you're in college right now. I graduated last year. Are you on your senior year, I think, or junior year?
I have no clue what that means in American, but I
Third
know that
third
I'm in my
year,
second.
second. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, now you're getting it. My second last year of college, I am at the moment. You
yeah.
know,
Okay.
before I get my big boy degree.
Big boy degree. Nice.
Yes.
What's your major, or like what are you studying for?
Well, I was originally doing film, but whenever you go into your final year, you can like specialize. So I guess
Ooh.
I'm doing like special effects and post production.
Oh, that's awesome. They
I'm
like
telling
do
you,
all sorts of video production. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. All the nicest edits in the world. You ever watch any of them Johnny Sins videos? All like the graphics and motion stuff going on in the background.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm the guy. I'm him. I'm that guy who does that stuff.
You edit for Jotty Sins.
I do. It's my
That's
part-time
that's some
job.
that's some money right there. I'm sure he'd pay big dollar for that.
No,
No, no,
no.
no. He goes on the cheap side. That's
Yeah,
funny.
he doesn't splash out cash as much as I wish he would, but
Oh damn.
yeah.
But
Rent's due this month as well.
the uh-oh. Um, it's kind of ironic you are doing like video production because I just downloaded DaVinci to edit videos now. Because
Oh,
I've
nice.
trashed my other software because it was so bad, and DaVinci is like super like built for like movie production. Like there's so much mixing with like audio. There's tons of like color correction stuff you can do. I think that's what it was built for. And then there's also just um, what is it? Just like the regular video editing stuff. Like it's crazy. Have you used DaVinci before?
I currently have it at the moment. I think especially like in film and stuff like that, it's starting to kind of become like the normal because it used to be like this big boy program called Avid, but it's slowly like turning over to stuff like Premiere and DaVinci. DaVinci I basically only use for the color, because the color
Mm,
correction is insane
I
on it,
know.
and our professors can't stress that enough. So of course I've used it. Of course.
Of
Wait. What software
course.
were you using? What software were
Oh
you using?
God, I was using well way back in the day, like when I first started, I was using what was it, Windows Movie Maker, but which
Ugh.
is yeah, I know.
Ugh.
I used to actually
Hate
make
you.
videos on that thing. But
Oh
and then
God.
my dad bought me at the time it was Movie Studio Platinum 13, and I never upgraded it, so it was just the same version for the past like 10 years. And
Oh.
it just like it can't handle a lot of like high definition videos, a lot of edits, and apparently voice recording either. So it's really bad for all those things, and it crashes a lot. It doesn't save any of my progress, which sucks.
You,
So
you finally
I
you
ditched
finally
it.
took the switch over.
I did. I finally just was like, I've had enough, especially after that.
Welcome to the 21st century, my
I
friend.
know.
Welcome.
It's amazing. That Black Ops 2 video was a nightmare to make just because of that. Like, it would have been fine if I wasn't crashing all the time, but I've talked about it before.
Awesome.
But we're
Oh
talking,
God.
yeah, but we're talking about college today, and I'm sure there's quite a few people. There's some young. I mean, you're pretty young. You're what, 20 now, I think.
I am indeed. I am 21 this year.
20, little lad. When I told you it was 24, you were surprised. You were like, "Whoa!" I thought
Oh,
you,
I thought you were like younger than me, you know.
yeah,
But now listening to you, now I can
I can hear it.
I don't know how to feel.
Hmm. I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not intimidating you. I'm just like if I were back in school. But
Oh, okay. Because I'm imagining you're like a 6 foot burly, muscly man with like a big handlebar mustache.
yeah,
So like, yeah, that's all I'm imagining right now that you are.
I'm under 6 foot. I'm actually like 5'10", I think. I haven't really grown a lot since like high
Uh,
school. But
oh, that's okay. I'm 5'11".
you tower over me by
Just
an
about.
inch. Um,
Yeah, those just matter.
but like for people that want to get into college, or at least are at that time, like around like 17, 18 years old. For me, like I've lived in the same town all my life, the same house. I've never moved before, and at that time I was like, I really want to move out. Like I want to go experience college, and I talked about it in a recent video, the price I had to pay for that, and sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to pay that price. You want to go to like one of those four-year colleges, and it's quite a bit of money. If you go into the four-year college, especially in America, it's like crazy. It's super crazy over here.
Like it's very expensive over by use because like in different countries like you could be spending like a little bit of money or something like that, but like here because like we have like free education here, like for if you have like a certain under threshold like household income, like you can get into college for free. It's
Wow,
like whenever I watched your video, like I seen like you were mentioning how much college like your college tuition was, and I was like, what the
that's
fuck?
crazy. Yeah,
I'm telling you, poor bastards.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it does not matter how poor you are. You will probably have to pay the same price as other people. And I unfortunately was out of state, which is the probably the first tip is to not do. If you can handle not going out of state, I would advise doing that if you're gonna go to a four-year college straight out the bat, just because you will save yourself at least 20 grand a per year to just not do that. I did not make that smart decision. I've also known that I took some community college classes, and like they're super cheap. Like they're like under $1,000 per semester. Like they're really good for just getting like your general education classes out of the way. We have those here where you have to like take your history, your math, your science, whatever. Just your basic classes. Do you guys have that over there at all? You have to take general
With
ed.
like, is this for like I don't know what you Americans call it over there. Because like we just have like secondary school, and then after secondary school it's like college, but like we had to do like the basic three
Mm.
for us. And wait, did you said you should do three like base subjects? Is it?
I mean, we do. Let's see, like we do English. I mean, you probably have to like write a paper at some point. Science, you got to take at least two science courses. So like, astronomy. I took astronomy. Um, Math, you have to get to like a certain degree. Like I think your highest has to be like calculus. So you can come in the and just do calculus off the bat if you're smart. But probably most people will start with like algebra or something, and then it's like another subject, I guess I could think of. Is that it? Am I dumb? Are
Trying to
those
think of what you did.
what's like what's like is there a fourth subject I'm forgetting here? Like history? Oh yeah, I guess you gotta take some history classes too.
Oh,
Like
but
world
listen for
history.
ours. Oh, yeah, world history.
Yeah, I had to take world history 1 and 2, which was not I suck at history. I'm the worst at history. I cannot remember dates, names, what someone did at this specific time, what time someone took a shit at like 4 o'clock in 1902. It's like I don't care, man.
Wait,
I'm
you
terrible
don't
with
you don't
history.
you don't major in history, do you?
No, I majored in computer science. That's where
Ah, well, yep,
quite
be fine.
quite literally the opposite, where it's like I'm more about the future than the
Oh hell
past.
yeah!
I like past
Okay.
things. Like I like people that know history really well. I like listening to it, but I suck at like studying it and remembering it all.
You just couldn't be arsed doing it yourself. Just.
No, I cannot do it.
Well, we had three base subjects before you had to go into college, and that basically if you failed one of them, no education for you. Back to the
Wow.
drawing board with you, Bucko.
Oh
And
wow.
we had to do God's favorites, math and English, and the most obscure thing in the world, uh, Irish. We had to learn the whole Irish language.
Wow.
I know, because some colleges won't take you. Like there's some people who don't know that Irish is a language. Like, did you know that Irish was a language?
I think so. Or at least I know Scottish is a language as well because
It's the same. It's just the same. It's
it's like
just a
a
little
yeah.
harsher on the accent.
Yeah, I've heard Scottish before, and I'm like, wow, that sounds like really hard to follow. And like also like just randomly like Mandarin as well. I've heard a good bit of like Chinese spoken before.
Mandarin.
Yeah, that's like its own dialect, over in China.
Can you personally speak Mandarin?
God no, God no.
Go on, have a go. Have a
No,
go
I
at
don't.
my Mandarin.
I don't know any. I just heard people speak it before, and I'm like, wow, that sounds crazy. I studied German. I guess at my college we had to study a language specifically because we're a liberal arts school, and at a liberal arts school you have to study a language for 4 semesters, or like four
Yeah.
years, I guess. And so they're huge about that here, and I studied German because I did a little bit in high school. I wasn't the best. Like I couldn't remember how to construct a nice sentence, but I could pronounce things pretty well. I was pretty good at pronunciation. I think that's what got me through it.
I mean, I know Krankenhaus. That's about it.
Frankenhouse?
Wait,
That sounds like
yeah, is Krankenhaus ambulance?
no, maybe.
Not Krankenwagen or whatever
Yeah,
it
that
is.
sounds better. I was like,
That's
house is definitely like
Krankenhaus. I think it's
house,
hospital.
house,
House.
Frankenhouse,
House.
house. Oh yeah, oh
Krankenhaus.
my teacher was so fun with like pronouncing things like with the umlauts. You got to go ooh and ooh, and I was like, oh my god. There's so much like
Stretching that mouth.
I know there's so much like different. I loved it. I love the pronunciations. They were fun. That's like half the reason I'm so attracted to people with accents.
Oh,
It's
you dirty minger, you dirty slag.
it opened my eyes. I was like, you guys are. I
I knew
love.
when you were in my comment section, I knew there was something up in you, you dirty boy.
It tickles my fancy in a way that is probably in one of those stories that you made that I gotta go
Oh,
read.
but you gotta look over.
I gotta look over and see. But you have any advice for any young chaps that wanna are debating about going into college? Like, do you think that it's worth it for them and their time and money, wherever they are? Could be
Um,
in your country or here.
well, in my opinion, after basically nearly been done college now, in my opinion, if you're going to solely learn about like the subject, I think it is a good go. It is well worth going. But I think like the beneficial thing about going to college is definitely like the contacts that you get out of people. Because if you're planning to like start a business or like get into an industry like after college, I think it is very very handy to have. Like for the degree itself, like it's just good enough to have because I think a lot of places now, I don't know if it's the same in America, but everywhere needs a degree. Like here in Ireland, like
Mm.
you can't go into anywhere without a degree about well this or that. You need to have a specialization in it. But I think, in my opinion, I would say because I remember making a video myself on this, and like a lot of people might disagree, a lot of people might agree. It just depends on like what you're going into. For me personally, into film, I think it is a little bit more of a DOS subject. Like a lot of people kind of who go into that subject don't actually go in because they like the whole making and editing of it. They just kind of like watching films and think, oh, well, sure, if I like watching it, I'll go into this. Um, Other than that, I would recommend it if you're looking for like contacts and just work after college. I would recommend go to college for it.
Yeah, that's probably like half the reason I went is just making connections. I made a lot of friends through college, and I still know a good handful of them. I mean, you meet people that you probably won't ever see again there, but it's good to have those contacts. Professors are really huge, at least at my school, about that. Like, stay in contact with your professors if you're gonna go, and if you really like one, you vibe with them really well. That's a great outlet for you to get a job in the career you want to go through. And yeah, I 100% agree. Like, do something you want to do. Because when I first went to college, my like first 2 years, I was really unsure of what I was doing. I was just kind of taking my gen eds and gliding through. But once you get done with your general education, it's like, well, now you got to pick. You got to dive into your major, whatever your major is going to be. And I was like, oh crap, I really got to know what I'm doing now. So luckily we had a really good computer science department. I mean, it's separated from the school. It's right on the water. Oh, perfect water line. Looks beautiful. And I really paid for it there, and it was a great experience for me. It probably isn't for everybody. Honestly, if you aren't jiving, I think a big tip is like if you're not jiving with college your first year, that's like your test year. Like that's like to determine are you built for this? Like do you want to go through it for the rest of the career, or like are you just willing to maybe not shell out all that money and try something different? I think that's a good like a piece of advice for sure.
I think as well it's very handy as well. Like it kind of gives you a little bit of extra time to kind of get your head around, like what you're planning for the rest of your life and all that type of stuff. But like I'm kind of gonna go bounce back to like the point I was making earlier about like context, like because you mentioned your like professors and stuff like that. Because like for example, I have this professor, right? Because as I said, I'm specializing in like post production, like special effects.
Hmm.
The professor I have, he used to work for Hunt. You will 100% know this. Yeah, you know Gordon Ramsay. You know
Yeah,
MasterChef.
the Master
He
Chef.
used to edit for MasterChef, not by himself, but like with a team.
What? Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Brilliant
Nice.
contact. I'm telling you. And he was like mentioning that, and I was like, hubba hubba. I want to see some Gordon Ramsay action. I love me a bit of Gordon Ramsay. He's got a nice beef Wellington, I heard. So you know that I'm gonna go back to that point. If you like food and you like people who know people who make food, it's a great place to go.
That's awesome. Oh, dude, I'm jealous of that contact. That's crazy. We've had some like game designers come in because like I was kind of like in that concentration for or specialization as you call it for my department, and we had a game designer come in for I think I can't remember what he did. He did like video games for like charities or something, and he built like casino machines and stuff like that. And then he was like diving more into doing video games for charity, and I'm like, that's awesome. That's so cool. Um, I've had a couple contacts like that, or like really high-end production people that um, do what is it? They do like Unreal Engine 5, like when that came out, and they had like courses and stuff. I couldn't pay for them, but I
No.
was I was like, that's pretty cool, like a cool option to look at if I ever wanted to do game design fully. But I never really got into it. I have my job now where I do after school care, and it's very low key. Like it's an easy job, but it's very fun, and I enjoy it. I do like I dabble in stuff like that, like game design. We do like animation and whatnot. It's really fun. I have a blast doing it. So you never know where you're gonna go either. I think that's like the biggest thing is unless you're like set on, I don't know, maybe being a doctor or something, you kind of know where you're going with that. But ultimately, if you're doing something like so broad, like for computer science, you can do anything in computer science. I mean, even film. Maybe you don't know that you're gonna do the video production, but you might be a cameraman at one point or something.
Flashstone cameraman. Am I right, guys?
I would pay you big bucks to film me and do like a little show, do a little talk show.
Oh no, listen, I'm telling you now, I actually own a very small, whenever I mean very small,
Hmm.
two other people, I own a very small production thing. Listen, I'm telling you, if you get a hot woman over to your house and you're looking for that documented shit, I got a Sony ZV-E10 with a big 220
Whoa.
millimeter lens, big Sigma lens. We're gonna come over and we're gonna, we'll get out all the equipment if you're interested, Colin. Hit me up. You got a contact. You got a good contact here today.
We just made a contact right now. Uh,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll write it on my notes. I got sticky notes all over the place.
Yeah. Here, you send me over email that note, and I'll make sure to send you the copy of what we were on about at the start.
Of course, of course. Strictly business, nothing
Oh
else.
no, business related. Like, come on now. This isn't a filth channel.
Yes, you're right. Well, it was great having you on, Boosh. That was what a great talk. I appreciate you being here, and uh, if you haven't already on my channel, check out Boosh, his epic videos. He's got all sorts of channels connected, but I'll link his COD commentary videos, his channel down in the description. And yeah, thanks for coming on, Boosh. It was great having you here.
Listen, anytime. Listen, also don't forget about that contact, okay?
I will
Listen,
not. I will
anytime,
not.
Colin. Listen, it was a pleasure having me on this. You are so welcome.
Thank you. And with that, I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.